Fired up. Hello, everyone. Eric Watson here, freelance writer, player of games, writer of words, recorder of videos, and tabletop role-playing aficionado. Welcome to our weekly live-streamed Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition online role-playing adventures. I'm joined, as always, by my good friends. Chris, playing the Nord Detective, Yuan T, Inquisitive Rogue Divination Wizard Mannix.
Hello.
Hello. Heather will be joining us soon, playing the Dark Death Dealer Half-Drow Assassin Rogue Coalesce. Rochelle playing the Deepwater Diva Triton Bard of Whispers Gillian.
Hello.
Raymond playing the Heedlessly Brave Turtle Battlemaster Fighter Rogue George.
Hello.
Calmly with the baby.
Oh.
And little baby Tio.
That's right.
Playing the little archer.
Does George have any companions that the baby can play?
And
Yes,
He has a monkey.
The flying
Oh.
monkey.
he does have the flying monkey, that's
There
true.
you go.
Flying monkey making the sounds. And Reese playing the metal-laced Mighty Morphin Hill Dwarf Druid of the Boon Theron.
Hello.
Stream our sessions live on YouTube every Friday evening. You can watch all of our D&D live series as well as reviews and Let's Plays on my YouTube page. Read weekly session recaps at roguewatson.com. Watch my behind-the-scenes No Players Allowed live series Crafting Annihilation on Thursday mornings. You can follow me on Twitter at roguewatson and join our official Discord discussion group with invite link in the description below. If you'd like to support the channel, please check out patreon.com/roguewatson. Shoutouts to Platinum patrons Andrew, Richard, Joe, Will, Tiny Dancer, Nick, Andy, and Chris. And gold patrons RPG Papercrafts, Charming Grenade, Pretty Boy, Numa, Marcos, Dade, Vicente, Gilberto, Sean, A.K., Cert2B, Adam, Diddlers Lounge, Sam, Ross, and Lippus Buds. Thank you all very much for your support. For our campaign, we use Roll20.net. For video chat, we use Discord. And for streaming, I use Open Broadcaster software with Streamlabs. And we always wash our hands during a global pandemic.
Every time.
Every time. You know what? House arrest. We can still do Roll20. We can still play D&D online. So
That's right. This is unaffected.
no self-quarantine will get us down. Previously on Tomb of Annihilation, after the big battle with Azagmira, the Red Wizards, and the Obelisk Demon, the party had finally acquired all 9 puzzle cubes. Large stone door blocking the tomb entrance held only 8 cube-shaped slots, however, and Mannix noticed a gas pocket in the room beyond. They backed away and explored a nearby hallway filled with statues of the primal gods of Omu, facing opposite each other. They recalled the legend of the 9 gods that Orvix had recited, detailing the trickster gods' rivalries with one another. As Mannix walked down the hallway, he detected magic on the statues, and basins of oil flared to life when he went near them with the appropriate cube. The end of the hallway held a secret door with the 9th statue and a necklace. The necklace pulled him west of the entrance into a hidden cave in the brush where a stone door held 9 cubes arranged in a grid, the true entrance to the tomb. By puzzling together the legend and the clues from a Serax riddle on the obelisk, they inserted each cube into its proper place without triggering any traps. The door opened and the party entered a small hallway. A door at the far end held a lever and a stone skull. From out of the skull came a skeletal hand clutching a sand timer, which rotated. The party had 10 seconds to act before the sand ran out. Panicking, Mannix ran up and pulled the lever. Immediately, the floor beneath them opened up, dropping everyone into a pit of sharpened, poisoned spikes. Celeste used her superior evasion skills to avoid them, while Mannix pulled his balloon pack to gently float to the ground. Orvix was nearly killed, while George and Gillian were poisoned from the spikes. Theron helped pull them back out, and the trap reset. This time, when the timer appeared, Mannix defiantly yelled and danced in front of the skull. When 10 seconds elapsed and nothing happened, the doors simply opened. The party officially entered the tomb. George began walking down the hallway towards a green devil face at the end of a T intersection, but Mannix stopped him, pointing out the pressure plates and holes in the walls. They carefully formed a line and gingerly stepped between them. When they reached the devil face, a magical image appeared. And it's here where I'm going to basically repeat what we went through a second ago. I do have an image for the devil face that is facing you at the end of the hallway. And then, let's see if I can find our friend.
The main...
I recognize that face.
That's right.
That's right. You do recognize that face. Where's my notes?
And his name is Green Devil Face.
Green Devil
I never
Face
would've
is his
guessed.
name. So as you get near the devil head, you hear the familiar voice of the three hags beginning to speak. They're here, they're here. They've made it inside, we must. And you hear, enough of you. A new voice rings out in a commanding tone. You've had your chance. Get back to the nursery. Guard the gate in case they make it that far. The damn keys are running around everywhere. And you see a magical image materialize in front of the green devil face. A decaying humanoid in tattered robes is seated in a chair. He wears a large obsidian amulet shaped like a screaming skull, with ruby eyes and emeralds for teeth, hanging from an iron chain wrapped around his body. A bronze mask sculpted into a perpetual frown obscures his face. Greetings, adventurers. I am Mr. Withers. He appears to look around and then snap his fingers irritably. A disembodied hand appears in the projection and hands him a piece of paper. Yes. The investigator, the assassin, the bard, the shapeshifter, and the turtle. He glances up. And some random old man, apparently. Doesn't look like he'll last too long. This is the master's domain, or at least one of them. But I am the architect and caretaker. It is my job, nay, my pleasure, to provide you with the most exquisite and excruciating deaths. For the strongest adventurers provide the sweetest souls. Of course, it wouldn't do to simply murder you here all on the spot, no. You need to make it as far as you can, believe that you can not only survive, but surmount all obstacles before you. Oh, the taste of a soul when it reaches its final breaking point. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to make sure everything is in perfect working order. Enjoy your stay and do heed the master's warnings. You see the image then fizzle out.
All right. Yeah, you're poisoned, Gillian. That's what happened to you last week. Sorry.
So what does that mean exactly?
I don't remember.
It means, I believe you have disadvantage on all the things while you are poisoned.
On all the things.
On all the things. All the things that you care about. Yeah, you, Orvix, and George fell down into the spikes. Kaless was able to use evasion to fall down out of the spikes path. Mannix pulled his balloon pack and gently floated to the ground. Theransaurus wasn't able to quite, wasn't even through the door at that point, so he helped get everybody out of the pit with his tail. But you all, the rest of you took some damage and ended up being poisoned quite a bit. Gillian, I don't know, did you heal yourself just now?
Reese healed me.
I did. I thought I think it's supposed to be at 38. I apologize.
Like I said, she did take some damage from the poison spikes. Orvix nearly died from it. He looks really badly messed up. And then behind you all, so I don't know if you guys can see where you are right now. The front entrance seems to have closed, which is the one behind Theron. That's that hallway that dropped open into the spikes. And then you guys entered this next hallway, which Mannix identified as having a bunch of pressure plates and holes in the side of the walls. And then this green devil face is located right up here, which is where you saw that image appear in front of you. Before we continue, though, we need to catch up Gillian and Theron into level 9 because we leveled up a couple sessions ago with the others. So let's start with Gillian for level 9. What do you got?
I learned a new level 5 spell, which is Mass Cure Wounds.
Wow.
Seems like a good one. So that can heal up to 6 creatures in 30 feet of each other. What else do I do at level 9? That's pretty much. Oh, my Song of Rest, right? So that Song of Rest becomes an extra 1d8 when we are rolling hit die.
Nice.
Before it was a 1d6. I think that's all.
All right. You get to roll for some new hit points, or more hit points, I guess.
They're new hit points.
Or you a D8?
I think Bard is D8. Does that sound right?
I will never know the answer to
We're
that.
never going to know. It's
Every single time.
never going to happen. I mean, 5e made it pretty easy. I think almost everybody's an 8.
Yeah.
And then like Wizard and Sorcerer might be 6. And I think like Fighter and Paladin 10, Ranger 10, Barbarian 12. All right, 4. So you can take the average, which is 5, and then add your Constitution bonus on top of that.
Which is 2.
Looks like, yep, 2 for you. So you get 7 more hit points.
7.
Which
Nice.
I'll let you add that to your max and your current if you want to go ahead and give yourself 7 more
Okay.
current hit points. Feeling magnanimous.
She has 69 hit points.
Nice.
All right.
Get a round of nice from the chat, please. Mr. Theron, tell me about level 9.
I also get one at level 5 spell, which I'm going to do Conjure Elemental.
Oh boy.
Holy shit.
Fill the battlefield up with things.
I wish you would have told me that before. Do I have elementals? Oh, okay. We're good. I actually have all 4 elementals in here. Thank you, chat.
Yeah. And then I could have sworn I took the tough feat, but I
I thought you did too, but
That sounds right.
It's not on my character sheet. Let's see. So hit point wise, 8 or 6 plus 4
All the pluses.
plus
mm-hmm.
another 1.
Keep going.
So
I
many.
think tough is. I think I did take tough, so I just didn't write it in.
And or is it dwarf? Dwarf gives you +1, right?
Yes, and I think tough gives me +2, so that's +7, so 13 hit points. I think.
Lord.
Nice.
Dude, at this point, just keep adding numbers because
Yeah.
I don't
I was
know.
gonna know.
I would not know. I'm just like, yeah, okay, just stop telling numbers at me.
+2 for the regional tax. +1 for an access fee.
That's right.
So now I have 115 hit points.
Boy, oh boy. You have you've lapped Mannix.
did he make it past George? Past
You have-
George?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm 101.
Yep.
Yeah, you've handily lapped me at this point.
He gets usually about 50 hit points on top of that for wild shaping.
Right.
All right, so you guys are caught up, and that's the current situation. You got the image from Withers appeared at the devil
Oh, the
face in
tomb
front of you. The tomb concierge, indeed. George, can you remind me what all your bandana of true sight can see?
Why, certainly, DM. Could see everything except for 30 feet beyond.
Okay. So, most of you, if you still have that green devil face in front of you, see a blackness emanating from its mouth. Oh, by the way, I'm going to start doing this every session. I'm going to pop up and some of you didn't see this before. So this was on the obelisk outside of the tomb. This was written by Serac himself, or from what you guys understand.
It's probably written by his secretary, let's be honest.
And these are what you think would be pertinent clues.
Clues.
I also added a quest to your quest log based on what you just heard from Mr. Withers.
I don't think we should call him Mr. Withers. I think we should call him the dungeon concierge.
But George, with your bandana of true sight, you see beyond that green, or you see in the mouth of that green devil face. You can perceive through the darkness because you can tell that it's a magically created darkness. And you see what looks like some kind of shadowy, demonic creature lurking inside of that dark mouth. The rest of you see just pure darkness inside this gaping maw. And then obviously the hall goes to your... I think you can see it. It goes to your... Yeah.
Like darkness, spell darkness, or just dark?
No, it looks like since those of you with dark vision cannot see in it, so you assume it's some kind of magical darkness.
What is this creature form thingy doing?
Looks like it's just, you stared at it for a while. It looks like it's kind of chilling, just sitting in there.
Now, do I know that what is I'm seeing with true sight versus what's really there? Like, can I assume that my party sees it, or do I know, like, hey, only I see this?
You probably, with your bandana, you can probably tell you're using your like special X-ray vision at that point. So I would definitely rule that you can tell there's a magical, you're seeing through some kind of magical barrier there, or illusion.
George points out this creature inside the mouth. Like, doesn't look aggressive, but
George, if you would like to give me a religion check.
oh yeah, you know, George practices religion every.
Give me that
So
old
religious.
time religion. 17's pretty solid.
Yeah.
George, you might have heard stories, tales from your turtle upbringing of demons made of pure shadow. And they especially like to hide in darkness. They can move kind of through, like as if a ghost. They are very, let's see, what do you know? Unique attacks and traits, okay? They just have claws that they attack you with. But they seem to have some pretty good, actually don't know resistances and weaknesses. All right, so that's, yeah, they can move pretty easily. They can fly. Definitely not nice. They like to rake you with claws. But they seem to prefer darkness. They tend to hang out in very dark areas.
I mean, if it's not aggressive, just leave it, I guess. Like, I don't see a point in messing with it.
Well, yeah, but this is almost certainly what the poem's referencing, right? In darkness it hides. Don the mask or be seen. I don't know what that second part means. Is there a mask laying around somewhere?
You do not see any mask laying around, yeah. You do note that there seems to be vegetation growing in this area, and through the ceiling you can see tiny shafts of light every once in a while, which is why this area seems to be a little bit lit up better than you all would think it would be in a dark dungeon. So you can see the little bits of light, makes it easier to see, but the light does not penetrate inside this mouth at all. But the hallway does extend. Obviously, this is a dead end here with the devil face, but extends to your east and west.
I was going to say, didn't we just get like a Mason's mask? But wrong session.
Oh, right.
Mason Ruby's mask.
That's right.
Yeah, that was our...
Mason Horby's mask will not help us here.
Shout out to our one shot. That was, yeah. The hockey mask.
Yeah, initially I thought that necklace was the mask, but
Oh, right.
does this mask on the wall come down?
This is not a mask. This is like a giant, person-sized, statue of a head image. Like one of you could crawl through that mouth if you wanted to. That's how big it is.
Is the creature inside the mouth like a humanoid-sized creature?
George, it's kind of hard for you to
George.
say. Yeah, it looks like it's inside the mouth. So if it is, then it must be like kind of either curled or hunched up or something. So it's kind of hard to tell from where it is. But you imagine at a certain point it couldn't be too large if it was able to fit in there.
Well, you could try to lead it out.
Yeah. Or, I mean, you may be right. It may not be hostile at the moment. Especially if it only hides in darkness. We have light out here at the moment.
Yeah. Otherwise, at this point, as close as you guys are, it's still not reacting or doing anything.
Might as well leave it alone then.
Yeah, for the time being. I don't see.
Orvix to it.
Don't poke the
Orvix is like,
animals.
oh God, please, someone help me. I'm really hurt back here.
See, do I have anything I could help with that? Probably. Oh wait, what does lesser restoration do? Does that take off poison?
I might.
That's a good question.
That sure sounds like something a lesser restoration
I mean,
spell
it's
should
my
do.
spell. I probably should know, right?
Lesser.
There's one condition. Yes, it is. All right. I will use my prayer beads on Gillian.
Oh,
He thinks about it long and hard.
He just stands
right next to me.
it's harder when she's right next to him.
That's right. You're in smacking
You have to
distance
look
now.
at me
You got to be real careful.
Let me see if my staff does anything because it has a bunch of spells never used on it.
Theron just starts like flipping through like a guidebook on his item.
How to Theron, chapter 1.
Open
I'll
Rolodex.
look it up later.
Well, yeah, if you want to heal Mr. Orvex for a little bit, at least so he stops complaining.
Man, not gonna stop complaining.
We're all okay just listening to him complain? All right.
I mean, I can kill him. I'm still itching to kill this.
Did you say that out loud?
Yeah.
She said worse too.
I promise I'll be helpful. Those green devil faces, I think there's... Serac seems to love that imagery. They're probably bad.
Let's just destroy it.
All right, you know what? I'll use a whole spell slot for this idiot,
Oh.
so he'll stop complaining.
You're talking about Gillian.
Yeah.
Like, huh?
Wow. That's...
I use my prayer beads for that idiot. All right, they're both healed of poison.
All right, George, you're the only one left poisoned.
Oh wait, George is poisoned.
Yeah, three of
I'm
them
gonna
fell
waste
down.
it on the NPC. Kill George instead.
George is the opposite. George never complains about anything. You would hardly know he's ever wounded.
Theron transferred the poison from George to that.
Yeah, I heal him first, and then just staring at him, transfer the poison back over.
This is what you get.
He's now triple poisoned.
All right, Theron, does that mean I assume you're reverting back to dwarf form then, since you're casting spells?
Oh man, I forgot about that. Yeah,
You
I
would know
guess.
it would be pretty hard to make it across this pressure plate hallway in your current form, unless you wanted to set
All
off
right, yeah.
pressure plates.
Kind of want to see what happens when you set off a pressure plate.
You guys did short rest though before this dungeon, so you do have all your wild shapes.
Okay.
Mannix and George, since you guys have stepped up here to your
now
west. Yeah, now roll for initiative. Creepers and vines cling to the walls of this corridor, at the end of which is an arched crystal window 6 feet wide and 10 feet high. Through it, you can see a dark chamber. So that is over here. I'll give you. It's kind of hard to see it from here. It's got kind of that weird like glass distortion effect. But if you wanted to go up to it, I would reveal more of the room.
Okay.
In the same corridor, a rusted iron grate is set into the floor. Through its bars, you can see muddy water flowing slowly past underneath. Then to your east, a grand chamber opens ahead, 50 feet across and plunging down into darkness below. A stone balcony winds around the walls to connect 4 archways. Other balcony levels are visible below, with corridors radiating off in all directions.
Boy,
That feels too fancy.
this west path is much simpler. There's only one thing over here. Can I take a look down into the muddy water? How deep does it go? Does it look like a sewer grate?
It looks like a sewer grate. The water looks like it's like right underneath, like maybe like a foot. Or that, yeah, it's
okay.
like right underneath. And it's not moving very fast at all. It's just like you can tell it's moving, but it wouldn't be like anything to. It's not like a current.
Is it
But it
muddy
does.
water or is it sewage?
Muddy water.
Yes.
Okay.
We can smell the difference.
You can smell the difference.
Pooh, I swear to goodness, just lay down.
All right, I'm going to cautiously approach this window.
They said consciously.
Consciously.
I have made a choice to approach this window.
You can take your poison off, George.
Thank you, there.
Is this grate movable?
It does like it's movable with it would take quite a feat of strength, but you do look like you could at least have one person like hold it up.
I'll help you pick it up.
Thanks. Strength is not my forte.
All right, yeah. While you guys are doing that, Mannix. You see a vaulted tomb overgrown with moss and creepers. A stone sarcophagus rests on a stepped dais in the middle of the floor. On the wall behind the sarcophagus, 2 large statues of bears grip a 5-foot diameter bronze disc embossed with a dozen glaring eyes. Look like they are actively, all the eyes, searching the room. 6 desiccated corpses slump on thrones in niches along the walls. Each corpse wears a black mask made of paper mache and feathers.
Found her masks. There's also a bunch of eyeballs in this room, though.
I found her eyes.
Yeah.
Can you use a mage hand to get the mask?
Maybe. Is this window like? Can we get through it, or is it like a solid window that we're gonna have to like break or something if we want to get through here?
You don't see any openings or anything like that. It looks like it's solid crystal glass. I mean, it's not, and I believe you still have detect magic on, which you did. Sorry, you detected magic on that skull for sure. Obviously, the magical darkness was radiating illusion magic.
Yeah.
The crystal is not giving off any magic. It just looks like it's a really sturdy window.
All right. Break this glass. Wonder if the eyeballs see us.
Probably.
But we need to. Does it look like from my window view here? Does it look like there's any other doorways to get into this room?
From here, roll a perception check with disadvantage. You're trying to look through this distorted glass and trying to find any doorways.
If I use my glasses, does that make it regular?
Yeah.
No, I'm imposing disadvantage on this one.
Okay.
Your glasses aren't seem to help you with the way this glass is constructed.
Circus glass.
It's circus glass.
Well, that disadvantage kills you.
I rolled a 1. Yep.
Yeah. No, you don't see any
Although,
other. Okay, go ahead.
I actually do have another ability for
Uh-oh.
this. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's on. I thought I did. Maybe I don't. Never mind.
Yeah, you don't see any obvious doorways or entrances into this room from here.
Let's hook a rock through it. Let's get going.
That's your
I
answer to everything.
We need those masks, though.
We're probably gonna have to break it, but if someone wants to break it, I'm gonna take a step back.
Well, let's see if there's a passage from the sewer here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so if the two of you are opening it, have somebody, one of you roll a strength check with advantage. The other one is basically doing the help action, is how I'm going to rule that.
I'll do the help action.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, George. You, with Theron's help, you raise the grate, but it is quite the strain to keep it open, and you kind of pull something in the process. So you end up losing one of your hit dice, your short resting hit dice in the process.
What?
As it causes you quite the exertion. This is a giant, heavy-ass iron grate. But you do get it open, and you guys see the water underneath. You were sitting there like legs shaking, sweat beating down.
Pops a hernia.
A little bit.
Sharp pain.
Can I take a stick or something real quick? Or a stick? I don't know what I've got.
Does anyone have
Maybe-
a crowbar?
Yeah. I've probably got a crowbar. I'm almost positive I do.
Hurry, Mannix, it's heavy.
I got. Yeah. I also got an extra quarterstaff.
I have a crowbar.
There you go.
We have 3 thieves in this party. One crowbar.
There better be crowbars around.
Somebody's got to have one.
Just to prop it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
Or
definitely take
open it.
something.
We don't have to lose any hit dice. Oops.
I have used said crowbar.
Okay.
I like to use my crowbar to poke into the water and see how deep it is.
So you're just reaching down, kind of like on your stomach.
You know what? I have a
Hand
better
going in.
idea.
Let's go with your better idea.
Shove his
Like,
ass
he's
in the
trying to
water.
find-
Shove his ass in the water.
Shove his ass in the water.
I'm going to tie a rock to the end of the rope and dip it into the water until the rock.
There you go.
Till the rock dissolves.
All right.
Should happen.
That's fine too.
Polar Wind, welcome to the channel. Okay, you tie a rock to a crowbar. I swear it's the first time we've ever used crowbars in this campaign. Better late than never. And dip it down there. And you wager that the water only appears to be a couple of feet deep. Like you're able to actually hit the bottom.
Okay. Is the crowbar dissolved?
No, everything looks pretty fine. Kind of a little, wet and a little slimy, but nothing like out of the ordinary that you would notice. I mean, it's just dirty water from what you can tell.
All right.
We've waded through plenty of dirty water.
All right. I'm going to jump in.
All right. As you jump in,
You drown.
yeah, nothing. You just get a little bit wet.
Okay. Can I see if this sewer goes underneath that room?
Oh, I've got a map, sir.
Oh,
You're in the sewers now, didn't you know?
So,
I'm a sewer dwarf.
rare breed of sewer dwarf. So, unfortunately, the way Roll20 works is the corridor goes over the flow of the water. So that's why you see like a line ahead of you, because that's not a line. That's just you going underneath the corridor that everybody else is on. So in other words, from here you see the water naturally flowing north, and it's all dark down here. and also going south. And you see it going south and to the west, and then the north one seems to go north for a little bit.
Okay. Does dark vision help in this area?
I mean, it should. You can still see, right?
Okay. Yes. All right. I'm going to cautiously and consciously go forward. And what are these?
Theron.
Oh no.
I like that we're just letting
Yeah.
him go along.
Yeah, you guys just saw the dwarf
Aaron,
go
you
down.
hear the great clothes behind you.
Some of us
Well,
literally
he's
drink
gone.
water and we're staying up here.
I don't know if you would be caught dead in this water, though, Gillian. Theron, when you round the corner, the smell of fumes and gas stings your nostrils, and you can see the hazy buildup of gas in this area, and that's what all this is, like a smoky, gas-looking.
Okay. Oh boy.
But you can just make out what look like stairs going north.
All right.
George, is
Yeah.
there anything good down there?
It's a bunch of gas and smoke. Really fun.
Great.
You said
Sorry.
fun?
Yeah, it's really fun down here. Gas,
George-
smoke,
George
water.
jumps down too.
Don't have to
What?
ask him twice. And
George
it's
jumps down as well.
it's pretty uncomfortable because the ceiling is like maybe a foot above you, and the water is only like 3 feet deep. So you're kind of crawling in this water. You cannot stand. Well, Theron probably can because he's a fucking dwarf. But George, when you go in there, and you probably don't mind water too much either, but it's still like it's very, very cramped. It is uncomfortable.
And how much airspace is there in? Like a foot?
Yeah,
I've had nightmares about this
yeah.
situation.
That's what I'm trying to convey right here.
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
not a comfortable situation down here.
Yeah. No, Cuss ain't going in there.
George isn't worried.
I'd rather
Not only can
break the
he
window.
hold his breath for an hour,
That's right.
but
George is born in a puddle of dirty water. He doesn't care.
That's offensive, sir.
Go down there and
thanks.
fine, I'll come down. I'll go down too.
Just saying.
This is just absolute peer pressure. Well, Gillian, all your friends are jumping into the dark,
He
muddy
grabbed-
river.
He grabbed my character sheet and was like, do this.
I was trying to see what that said. I thought I recognized something that could help us.
Gillian will, out of the kindness of her heart, go down into the sewer as well. Oh,
Join the sewer people.
She's utterly disgusted.
Gillian, the first thing you notice is there's no light down here.
I'll cast light
Okay.
on my bagpipes or whatever.
Instantly, the muddy water tunnel lights up around you all.
You regret doing that. Now that you can
Looks
see what
terrible.
you're standing in.
Oh, what's this? Looks like a bunch of gas.
That's a gas.
Why did anyone warn us?
I will cast my gust of wind. I have my control air and water. Is that one right? Oh yeah. So I'll cast gust of wind to blow the gas away.
Okay. Remind myself how gust of wind works. This is the like wind tunnel.
Well, it's just gust of wind specifically. I don't remember if it's a tunnel or I think it's a tunnel. I think that's how we did it before.
Yeah,
I
long.
do believe Gust of Wind actually mentions.
It does, yeah. The line of
I
strong
don't
wind,
actually
60
have it
feet
as like, I
long,
don't think
10
I
feet
could
wide.
spell.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the gust disperses gas or vapor and extinguishes candles, torches, and similar unprotected flames in the area. Okay. So Gillian, you clap your hands together and air swooshes out down the length of this tunnel. Since nobody's in front of you, nobody gets blown away. But you hear a baby cry in the distance. That's very unsettling.
George's monkey doesn't like the Gust of Wind.
No, Thaddeus is upset by this. And you disperse all of this gas with your gust of wind. It seems to blow all the gas away. You're not sure where the gas comes from, and you're not sure if it would build up again or how long that would take, but it is currently, there is no more gas in this area. And forgive me, but the gas is painted on the map, so I can't actually reflect that there is no gas in this area.
All right, up the stairs, everyone.
I'm going to push ahead of them because this water is real gross, and I'm going to get on the stairs as quickly as I can.
I like this. Gillian, you head up the stairs and see a wall in front of you.
Well, guess I live on these stairs now.
You can be queen. George can be the duke. You can roll a perception check to try to see what's going on. Theron, you do notice that the river continues down around the corner here. Your dark vision perceives beyond her lighted bagpipes.
I'm going to poke around down here for a second, see what's down.
I love that you guys are splitting the party like immediately upon entering this dungeon too.
I don't want to go in that dirty
I'll
ass
roll a
tunnel.
perception check like the DM suggested.
Go for it.
You do it for me.
Let's do Theron's Gillian's perception check, and then Theron, I'll explain what you're seeing.
All right, let me get her character sheet going. Wow.
Excellent roll. Good
Gillian,
job.
you are emboldened and so motivated to get the hell out of this dank, nasty tunnel that your hands find a like a handhold, like a natural handhold to grab onto, and it seems like this entire wall is a secret door that you could pull aside.
Okay, I will pull it aside. Is that the AC? What is it? Sorry, our house is haunted.
I want to see some ghosts.
If I see something in the back of y'all's
dog drinking water
webcam, I am gonna flip the fuck out.
That archway in the back there is built for a ghost
I'm
to go
staring
walk
at it now.
by.
That's a good spot for a fucking ghost to walk by. Like, damn.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for Owen to walk by at one point with just like his blanket over his head, and we
Oh my
all just
God.
lose it. And we're like, "What? It's the kid!"
I will literally scream.
I will move. I will leave this house and leave the kid here.
Like, we got
The child is yours, house.
Got to nuke it from orbit now. Okay, so
yes, I will slide the wall aside.
Gillian, as you do that, you notice that the wall opening gives off sparks, and you think to yourself, had you not dispersed that gas, those sparks probably would have alighted that gas and caused a huge explosion.
Oh man, that was my second thought, was to use flaming sphere on that gas.
That would have been cooler.
Oh, man.
Next time.
I got a great idea, guys. Just everybody's dead.
Maddox and I are just watching
I know
as
it gets
fire
rid of
comes
gas.
up,
Oh,
like,
shit.
I know it gets rid of gas.
Roll new characters.
Theron, you
Yes.
come down to the other end of the water tunnel, and you see another waterfall coming from some, looks like just a wall, just water trickling in from there. But in the middle, you see water pouring from cracks and seams. Well, I just said that, in the rough walls of the cavern. The floor is a muddy pool that flushes out into the tunnel beyond. Just above the pool's surface, a large treasure chest dangles from rusty chains embedded in the ceiling. And the keyhole in the front of the chest is shaped like a cackling demon skull. And encircling the keyhole, written in common in very tiny letters, says, "I devour all but the greatest thieves."
Ooh, that's me. That's me.
A party full of rogues.
The one dwarf druid. This is my.
No thief can touch me.
This
All
chest
right,
insults my honor.
I nod at the chest and go.
All right, so Gillian, from what you can tell from the description that Mannix gave you, and you might have seen it through the window as well, this does appear to be that room that you all were looking in, the sarcophagus on the dais, and you recall that there is a disc here to the northwest of you that has a dozen eyes that are like sweeping the room. And in front of you, you see a kind of a throne chair with a skeleton sitting on it. And it is dressed like leather armor, weapons, like everything on it.
Like a dead skeleton?
Like a dead skeleton.
Sometimes skeletons are alive in this
No, I
game.
got that. I gotcha. It is, I mean, it's chilling on the chair. That's all I know.
So I'm just like right behind the throne that I can like walk through, or is there still a wall here? I can't.
You have opened the door, so you could walk through.
Right. Okay. Oh boy.
Can Mannix get down here and use this detect magic?
You guys look over at the window, and Mannix is tapping the window, waving at you.
Yeah. Mannix.
He starts making some motions. You want me to come over there?
Mannix.
This is just scowling next to him.
Yeah, the two of you, Orvix is with you, and he's peering through the window now, assuming you haven't shoot him away. And he says, "Oh, I believe, Serac, when he slew all the gods of Omu, it said that he entombed them here, in this tomb of the 9 gods. They're the 9 gods, you see. And those bear statues, I believe that looks like, and he kind of flips through his notes. Oh, let's see, who could that be? I think that's one of the gods' tombs there. Surely they might have been buried with some treasures."
Let's desecrate!
Woot woot! Desecration. All right, I'll start heading that direction. Seeing that they've now cleared the way of whatever dangers were in that murky water.
We need someone to go ahead of us.
They're all just in a conga line right
I'm
for the
gonna-
stairs.
Hope no bolts of lightning hit us.
Gillian, the one thing you notice that's strange about this skeleton, this corpse-like figure slumped in the chair, is that it is wearing a paper-mache black mask with feathers on it.
And it's breathing.
And that appears to be not something you see a lot of corpses wear. And you see across from you another 2 niches with chairs and skeletons, and they're all wearing that same feathery black mask.
And there's a bunch of eyes looking around.
There's a bunch of eyes on this disc. You can't quite see it where you are, but you know if you would step into this room, those eyes, you would probably be able to see those eyes.
Mannix is now getting down to the tunnel, and he's now yelling, "Don the mask or be seen!" That's what the poem said.
Are you guys jumping in the tunnel, or you guys want to wait in the window?
I am now. Yeah, I'll go down.
Yes.
Don the mask or be seen. That's what it said.
But
Okay.
that-
I'm okay. I'm gonna like reach.
Oh yeah. So for you guys weren't here before, this was written on an obelisk outside of the tomb.
And so far, the top 2 lines we've actually seen. We did those last week or week before last. Those we used to get in the place.
Mm-hmm.
I assume "In darkness it hides" refers to the demon we just saw.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm guessing this "Don the mask or be seen" refers to this room.
Yeah.
I think someone who has more hit points than I do could don the mask. So
would that
I will whisper to George or Theron that
No.
one of them may.
I'll tap,
Alright.
I'll
May
tap there
go
and
in
be
front
like,
of
what's
me.
this?
There is a treasure. Sorry. There's a treasure chest down there. Says,
I'll be back.
I'll open it if you're the greatest thief around. I don't know. Good luck.
Such a
You're the greatest. Max turns to the Colette. Colette, you're the greatest killer around. I don't think you're the greatest thief around.
Too late. She's already gone.
She's gone. Okay, well, good luck.
Can't convince her anymore. Alright, I'm gonna put the mask on.
All right, yeah, you think
oh,
one
but
of
I have the best deck skill.
Yeah, probably.
before you even enter the room, you can reach around, give that corpse a reach around, and grab
Yep.
that mask and put it on.
Alright. I do.
Okay.
And
The skeleton thanks you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the skeleton makes nothing happens with the skeleton at all.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna squeeze past and enter the room.
Okay. As you do, you see those eyes sweeping across. They seem to definitely pass over you, but otherwise the eyes don't seem to change what they're doing. They just seem to still be looking around as if you're not there.
All right.
Start
Guys,
giving up masks and passing
come
them
on
around.
in. It's fine. You can't see me.
No masks needed.
All right, I'm gonna start.
Hold on. Wait, he's like, no mask needed. That's exactly what the CDC is saying right now to doctors and nurses. Heyo.
Heyo.
Typical.
Now, everyone, let's talk. Do one of those like the morning.
But seriously,
This is a very serious message.
There actually is an organization that is helping get face masks out there to doctors, but I don't remember the website. So, all right, keep going.
Yeah.
Google that. You'll
Yeah.
find it.
Google that.
Actually,
Okay.
every state now is opening up for people to be able to volunteer their stuff. All you have to do is call the state's hotlines, and they will pay companies to donate their PPE equipment for hospitals and doctors. So,
Oh, nice.
There you go.
The
if you
most
know
socially
people
responsible
or
episode
in,
Yeah.
if you know people in construction or other places that have extra PPE, you can refer them to your local state government, and they will purchase them off of your company.
Excellent.
End of PSA.
Good job. Doodle-doo-doo.
Do your part.
All right, Celeste, what are you doing with this chest? It's got a demon skull keyhole. It says, I devour all but the greatest thieves.
I mean, I do have a set of thieves' tools with me,
Indeed.
and it looks like a lock.
It does look like
Are
a
we
lock.
sure it's not a riddle? It sounds a lot like a riddle to me.
Mannix, you're not around.
Damn it.
You want to follow her, Mannix, you can, but knowing is half the battle.
I want to try to like check out the chest first to see if there's like hidden buttons or other things, because my first thought is to shove thieves' tools in there and just see what happens, because there's got to be something good, and I really want whatever's in here. But
You can give me either a perception or investigation check to try to like gingerly walk around and check this chest out.
okay. I don't know shit.
Yeah, it looks like I mean, from what you can tell, it doesn't look like there's any traps. You do notice the chests, the chains are attached to this chest from the ceiling, and you can't quite tell what's going on with that. But the chest
So is
doesn't.
it floating above the water then?
It is. It's suspended 1 foot above the water, which means it's probably at your proper height because the water is like 3 feet deep. Well,
Okay.
actually, sorry. This pool is actually a bit deeper. You notice that there's a drop off right here where it does appear much deeper under the chest.
There's bad things if I fuck this up.
Or
Oh,
great
there's
things.
if I do it really well, yeah.
Yeah. Can you climb the chains? Is it the ceiling?
That's not a bad idea. Do they look like they could hold?
Mannix is slowly making his way over here. You've got his
I'm making my
curiosity
way over
piqued. He's like, she's going gone too long.
I really want to see use my magic, detect magic, to see what I see.
Okay. Detect magic, Mannix, as you get close, you do detect an aura of evocation magic around the chest.
All right, you fuck this up, you're getting burnt somehow. Just FYI.
I mean,
You can dodge out of the way.
oh yeah. I'm going for it. Screw it.
What did it say again?
Just do it now while Mannix is here.
He's still fumbling with lenses and things.
So
There's
okay,
really the
wait,
devil
no.
on your shoulder
Go
right
away.
now. Just do it.
I devour all but the greatest thief.
That's what it says, written in common, encircling the keyhole.
Maybe drown it. I don't know how that would solve the riddle, but
We'd have to break the chain though, yeah.
do your thing. Let's see what happens.
Alright. I already know what new character I'll roll if I die, so it's fine.
So that would be a dexterity
All
check
right.
using whatever your thieves tool plus gives you. Wow, Kales.
Who is the greatest thief?
You think you hear this demonic voice go, "Holy shit!" You work your way around this chest, and it immediately springs open. Nothing happens. Inside, you see 300 gold pieces,
Ooh.
a gold tankard embossed with a sad face. But what's funny is, like, if you put water, like, you can, like, sit there and test it, put water in it, and it turns into a happy face when it's full of water. So it's one of those, like,
one of those
changing.
magic mugs.
Yeah, it's a magic mug.
It's a magic mug.
It's also,
I like that.
and it looks like it would be worth some decent money. You
Hell no,
also
that's going on a
see
shelf.
several bone tubes, stoppered bone tubes containing spell scrolls. One of them is a spell scroll of remove curse. Damn it, y'all are gonna fucking hit me on that one. Curse. Spell of remove. Tom Cruise is in this dungeon somewhere, and you have to have the spell to remove him. It's the only way.
Oh no, it's Tom Cruise. We do. I got just the thing for this.
Stay back. I'll never make another Mission Impossible movie. And Kales, because I'm so impressed with your crit 29, I would like you to roll a D100 for me.
Okay. $43.
All right. You also find a spell scroll of slow. And do one more D100 for me. Basically, you find more spell scrolls than you think you would have found.
53.
53. You also find a spell scroll of wall of water.
Well, Celeste can't use any of these, so she just takes the scrolls as she's walking past Phoenix, that she sees him like looking around the corner to see if I died.
He stepped all the way back, didn't he?
I did. I ran. Yes.
She'll just be like, "Hey, look, I found these," and she's not going to tell him about the others.
Okay.
And
Ooh.
she'll just hand
Didn't burn
all,
up.
Nope, I'll just hand him all 3 spell scrolls and just keep going.
There you go. Spell of
I don't know who can use them or not. I just pass
I'll
them.
look it up. Yeah.
Yeah, remove curse, slow, and wall of water scrolls. All
I know I can't use them, so that's all that matters.
Yep. All right. Meanwhile, Theron, you've gone inside. You've got the mask on. The eyes do not appear to see you, so you've taken the mask off this corpse. You do see several other slumped corpses with the same situation. They're all wearing the masks.
All right, I'm gonna go to the next one and take the mask off.
Okay. Nothing happens.
And all right. I'll go back and hand it to whoever's next in line. Form a line.
Take your masks.
Yep. Take your mask.
All right. Yeah, I'll just go around the room and take masks off.
You see a total of, so besides the one you've got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other masks you can grab. Orvix appears to still be at the window watching intently. He looks like he's still very wounded and not necessarily excited about waltzing in there.
I hope we get to watch something kill him from the other side of that window.
Oh my god.
How cinematic would that be?
He looks like he is willing to go in there once maybe you guys have things locked down, but he's keeping back.
All right. So I pass masks out to everyone who wants one.
I will go into the room
With the mask or without one?
with the mask.
Reese is thinking like a DM now. Like, do you have the mask on?
You didn't ever said you put it
You
on.
didn't say you put a mask on.
I want to see
Our
what
next
happens.
DM will be Reese.
You're all dead.
That's right.
All right. And then, so what's this in the middle?
That is a sarcophagus on the middle of a stepped dais.
Can
Looks like it would require a strength athletics check to push the lid open.
Okay.
Let's do it there.
If it's associated with any kind of religion or if there's anything special about it.
Yeah, you can give me a religion check. Orvex seems to already identify that as one of the primal gods of Omu, which are all of those shrines you guys went around to do. You think those were the cubes with the faces you needed to get into this dungeon, and then Orvex confirmed that these gods were actually entombed, or at least their bodies, which they were all the animal forms. And Theron, you don't know shit with a 6 religion.
Strength athletics check.
And remind us what the bears are doing.
These bear statues are holding the disc, which has these eyes, these dozen glaring eyes that are sweeping around the room. But since you're wearing masks, the eyes don't seem to be reacting at all.
Gotcha.
But you recall bear would fit the description of that little feral koala creature known as Obolaka.
There, give me a hand here. Let's see what's
All right.
Yep.
Is help
It's a
action?
koala.
Okay. George, give me a athletics check with advantage, please. 15. All right. You, with Theron's help, you're able to lift and push the lid of this sarcophagus. Gives kind of a scraping sound. Dust billows up. And within, you see the bones of what looks like that small Zorbo creature, which is that little menacing koala thing. And you see what looks like a long dead body of that creature. Resting atop this pile is a gold ring. And Mannix, your detect magic definitely detects that this is a magic item.
Just see magic emanating from the coffin or whatever it is.
Yeah.
The tomb.
What do you mean?
Well, from the ring specifically.
Oh, the ring. Yeah, okay. You should grab it, Theron. It's magic. What kind of magic do I sense from it? Trap magic?
Trap magic. It's a powerful magic, I would say. I don't know what kind of type it is, but it kind of
okay.
Whatever. Like it sets off that it is a magic item. In other words,
Okay.
because not all magic items would be like part of a
school.
School, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure.
All right. Whoever wants to stand back should stand back now.
I'll cower in the corner.
Perfect. Okay.
I'll take up my usual position.
I'll reach in and grab the ring.
Theron, as you touch the ring, the dust where the bones are swirls into the shape of a small, feral, bear-like creature that billows towards you with a ghostly roar, seemingly coming at your very soul. I need you to give me a charisma saving throw, please.
Oh, no.
What you really hear is
Roar! Roar!
Theron, you feel a presence enter your body.
Yes.
oh shit, he's been possessed.
The dwarf has become a ghost koala.
And you can hear the sudden thoughts and feelings of this other presence within you. It seems like it is a nervous and obsessive creature, very paranoid and worried. However, you also gain a new power from having this ghostly form inhabit you. Theron,
Okay.
with the power of Obolaka, I think I actually have a thing for this, don't I? Chapter 5. Yes.
Oh, you're
With the power of love, Theron.
So you are now inhabited by the spirit of Obolaka. So you gain a new flaw, which is that you are risk averse and a slave to routine. However, your new power is that you can now attune to an additional magic item.
Should we not have
Interesting.
just let Mannix do this?
This does seem
Already his flaw.
it's already
The item instantly becomes identified for you, Theron, and if you want to attune to it, you can right now, is a ring of protection.
Oh.
Which
That's a
Plus
plus
one
one.
AC, right?
I think it's a plus
that's-
1 to AC. Yeah. If I have, let's see.
Great.
You got the koala protection on you.
That's right. So you've got this new presence kind of hanging around inside of you, but it doesn't appear to be like evil in any way, but it does kind of make you feel more nervous and paranoid than you normally would be.
Can I talk to it?
How would you like to speak to it?
Oh. I guess I'll see if I can reach out of my mind inside and ask, "What are you?"
Oh God, slain!
Okay.
But
How-
I'm free.
How does one slay a god?
Only the most powerful and wicked of creatures. The Lich, a Serac. We'll kill him. We'll kill him together, won't we?
I think we're trying to.
Oh, good. I'll help you as best I can.
All right. So I'll tell the group. Could you guys hear that at all?
Yeah, what that look like to us? It looked like just there talking to himself.
Yeah,
All
it
right.
looks like he's just spaced out. Like, since he grabbed this ring, he's just been spacing out this whole time. Just like slack-jawed, like staring straight ahead.
Oh no, it's a curse
We all-
ring.
Sort of
Yeah.
lean away from you.
Yeah.
All right. So,
But we all saw a ghost koala go into his body, right? We all saw
You
that.
did see that, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, that was Obalaka. He's inside of me.
Oh,
Apparently, Asarak or whatever the witch's name is, killed him. And he wants to get revenge. Thinks we're gonna help him.
no. He's inside you permanently?
And you,
As far
there,
as
and
I
you hear
can tell.
Obalaka say, "Oh, who are these? Oh no, who are these people?" And you suddenly feel the same fear that this spirit is feeling, and you even feel a little bit more paranoid and nervous now.
You're not gonna take my ring.
I don't want your ring there.
If you try anything,
I,
I'll do something. You saw that T-Rex earlier.
I sure did.
Ah, there's a T-Rex! Oh no!
It was me. Don't worry.
Oh gods, what have I done?
Yeah,
George
you're
is-
in real deep trouble now.
George says, "Oh, great! Another party member that talks to himself."
Maddox turns to empty air and he goes, all our teammates are going crazy.
Oh Lord.
We're going to be just a bunch of fucking insane people.
That's right.
That's
That's right.
just stacked psychoses on top of each
You
other.
see Orvix through the window say, "Oh, fascinating! I think he's possessed by one of the gods themselves."
I'm gonna pull out my staff, sort of at the ready, in case anyone tries to pull anything on me.
Nice.
Sounds good.
I imagine George can see this koala just sitting on Theron's shoulder.
Yes, you probably do see some kind of like ghostly tether to Theron, and you can see this like creature kind of around, and it's doing like that kind of like nervous motion with its hands and just like looking around, like eyes darting back and forth, kind of similar to that disc full of eyes. It's very
Wow.
unsettling.
Well,
What now?
a lot
Meg's
of work for a
afraid.
ring.
Yeah, Meg's afraid to approach Theron now. It's like, what do we?
Theron, ask the koala, what do we do next?
Ask the
I guess
koala.
George could address it since he can see it. So, koala, what's next? We've freed you.
How does it see us? How does it see us?
It saw you enter my body. Yeah, so they know you're here. I think we can trust them.
Maybe we should hide from them.
That's a lot of effort
What's a lot of effort?
to hide from you guys. I'm a little afraid you're gonna do something to me.
I mean,
We're cool.
yeah, you haven't done anything to us yet, so no worries.
Huh?
George draws his weapon. I don't know. You gonna do something to me? If you're gonna do something to me, I'm gonna do something to you.
It's devolved very quickly.
It just escalates. Just
So yeah, they're asking where to go from here. Basically, how can we defeat this powerful lich?
Oh, I don't know. Kill it, I guess, with something.
Well,
Oh, you're helpful.
yeah, I mean, he did kill you, so how would you know?
Ah, I know. The tomb goes deeper, deeper, deeper down.
Is there any kind of weapon or spell we can find?
Oh, lots of good things in the tomb, I'm sure.
Great.
George is
Alright.
going to leave there and just start looking behind all the other skeletons for maybe another trapdoor.
Okay. Give me a perception check as you search around the room. The one thing, Theron, that the Obolaka seems to tell you is to watch out for that sneaky bunny Ejin and how much it just hates Ejin. And you would recall that the Legend of the Nine Gods, specifically, the big story is that there are pairs of gods that just hate each other. They're like diametrically opposed to one another.
oh no.
George, as you search the rooms, you search all these walls and stuff. You don't find any treasure in these rooms, by the way. But behind this door specifically, behind this one skeleton in this wall, you do see what looks like a similar fake secret door, like the one that Gillian found. It's got a handhold that you could open and push aside.
George will open it.
All right. Door opens and seems to open up into a hallway going north.
There. Tell your koala he was useless. I found a door.
I'm pretty sure he can hear you.
Good. Let's go, guys. George
Fine.
leads the way.
Orvix finally chases after you guys, but realizes that, are you guys going to give him a mask or no?
do we want to see what happens here?
I mean, I sort of want to know, but I don't want him to die.
I do.
If the time comes, we can always just take the mask off him.
Yeah.
You could, yeah.
All right, fine.
We can do that anytime, and he knows it.
Give him a mask.
Throw the mask, but like just out of reach. He just like wants to catch up so badly.
Come on.
Yeah, because he's smart enough now, where he's figured out and watched everything happen, and he can jump down to the water, circle around, but he knows not to go in that room unless he's got a mask on.
George will actively look for traps.
Give me another perception check. George, Jesus, these perception checks. What the hell? You have a +6 on perception? Holy crap. I thought I had to be worried about Mannix. You see, you don't see
always the quiet one.
Yeah, you don't see any traps in the hallway in front of you. You do see that the hallway opens up into a bigger room, but you do see what looks like another secret door in this hallway directly to your east.
Ooh, let's open all the secret doors.
Did you find like the hallway in between walls that goes to all the rooms?
George, you open this one and see stairs leading down.
All right, Mannix, you investigate that way.
Is that what you want to do?
Down the darkness. I will go this way. and the party members will follow as they please.
We'll meet up
See
back
how it
here at
goes.
lunch tomorrow.
That's right. I'll just take a couple steps down. Maybe does it look to me like this hallway is just going to keep going, or these stairs are going to keep going down to another level?
Yes, it does look like that.
Okay.
It goes for a while, and you can hear just beyond the sounds of like shuffling feet and clanking sounds, and maybe even murmuring voices.
Oh.
But quite a bit down. Like it descends for quite a while into darkness. It doesn't appear to be any light.
Okay.
At least from what you can see.
Can you see without a light source, or do you need a light source?
No, I've got dark vision.
How far does your dark vision go?
I think it was 120, but
Oh, really?
dark vision. Oh, 60.
Okay. You can see it. You can actually see through the darkness, though. Then you do see the little bit of light down there that looks like almost like a workshop by descending down. What looks like a full story's worth of steps going down, and you can see occasionally a small figure walking back and forth, wearing a green devil face mask, like a smaller head mask of that green devil face at the entrance.
And it just looks to be just patrolling, like going back and forth.
Downstairs.
No, I mean, if you want to sit there for a while, you can just see what looks like, one walks by and then another one will walk by, and you're not sure if it's the same one or a different one or what's going on, but it just looks like a room is like busy, basically. But without going too far down the steps, you can't really tell what's going on in that room.
All right, I'll just go back and report back what I see down there. I don't know if that's the way we want to go at the moment, but that room is certainly occupied.
Occupado.
Maybe we explore up here a bit more before we delve deeper.
No. There's a reason it's hidden.
You want to go down there?
Let's find out.
All right. Well, I guess let's be the stealthy one if we wanted to actually get close.
I could do that. Mm-hmm. All right.
The ultimate.
The greatest of thieves. All right, Kless, give me a stealth check, please.
I hit the button. Is it not rolling? There it goes.
21. All right, with 21, you're able to slide down these dark steps in your dark vision. You get close, and you go down what feels like about 20 or 25 feet. I think it's that far.
I rolled an 8 and got a 21.
Mm-hmm.
13.
Yes. You descend what feels like about 25 feet down these steps. And what opens up before you is what looks like a workshop. There are old wooden benches and shelves along the walls of a chamber covered with gears, chains, trap components, and cages filled with rats. Look like something out of Saw. Lit iron braziers hang by chains from the ceiling. Along the north wall, a step dais is set with a bulky contraption, an iron maiden, attached to a network of steaming pistons, tubes, and bubbling vats of blood. And you can count 5 of what look like, you can't tell if they're undead or human. They look really nasty. Dwarves wearing these green devil face masks, just kind of working in the area.
Okay.
And they look something like this.
Ooh.
Oh.
There's no whistling with these dwarves.
Mm-mm.
But they don't notice you, and that is what you see.
Okay. And I can't hear them talking about anything or anything like that. I just see them working.
They don't really appear
Like,
to be
what do I
talking
see
at the
them
moment.
working?
They're just like putting contraptions together and seem to be fixing things. They've got tools out. One of them is walking over and adjusting dials on this big Iron Maiden, that kind of thing. And just like generic work in this area. But lots of like spikes and vials and all these different things they're working with.
Okay. I guess I will slink back up and let them know further what is more in there than what Manix provided earlier. About the dwarves. There's 5 of them. All the different machinery and bits and pieces that I saw. The Iron Maiden, the bubbling pools of blood.
The flowers.
Mhm. Heard someone say, just look at the flowers.
Sounds like trap makers to me. Spikes and poisons and whatnot. Might be a good idea to put them out before we get any deeper in this place.
I'm always down to kill things.
These things might, just from the description, it seems like these things probably want to kill us. Albeit indirectly. We already know we can sneak up on them.
Mm-hmm.
At least Glass can.
I can
Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
I'm down.
Let's do it. A room full of trap-making evil dwarves. Let's murder them all.
All right. As you guys plan on that, why don't we take a break and we'll be back in about 10 minutes.
All right. He wasn't ready. That's very funny.
All right. We're coming back from our break. How do you all want to come down the stairs and go about this maneuver? I'm going to tell you right now, if you want to have any chance of stealthing as a group, then Gillian's going to have to douse the lit bagpipes that she's currently broadcasting around her. You are muted, Mr. Mannix.
Are these guys in complete darkness at the bottom of the stairs?
No, they do have a little bit of, I said they are lit braziers hanging by chains from the ceiling, but they're very, just a dim light going on. So it's enough for, there is visibility
Us to
in this
see when
room.
we get down there.
It's just very dark visibility, but yeah, it's not like pitch darkness.
Okay.
I am going to say I was probably going first because I'd already snuck down there. And I want to try to get one of them as they walk by and kind of coup de grace them.
I mean, it kind of depends on if you want to send Celeste first or if you all want to literally go down in a conga line as a group, then that's going to require a stealth group check, which is everybody makes a stealth check. And then as long as more of half of you succeed on the number you need, then you've successfully stealthed down as a group. Or if you wanted to split the party, you can do that.
How far does Celeste need to be away before it's no longer a group check? Like 30 feet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is the...
Celeste,
that's we're going down the stairs alone, basically. Because it's a 25-foot...
Oh, it's 25-foot staircase. Okay.
Mm-hmm. There's 5. If there was one, I'd just take it on myself. I wouldn't have come back up to tell you guys.
Right. We just would have handled it.
Just come back up with a severed head.
I mean, we can just conga line it.
Everybody conga.
Yeah.
Darren can pass without trace.
I suppose that would...
Let's do it.
Because that'll help with the stealth checks.
I mean, that will definitely... Yeah, for sure.
Darren Obalaka says, yes, as quietly as possible. Maybe we should be in the back. And you start feeling like, that's probably not a bad idea. Why risk yourself?
Boy.
All right, am I going to have to mute
my
Discord chat? 'Cause y'all are chatting like crazy in there. Getting all the Discord sounds. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, it's a Discord thing. Okay.
Yeah, I've got
I was gonna say I don't know how Obalaka's gonna handle it there and go raging animal mode. He's not gonna like that at all.
No,
that'll be interesting.
Well, here's the thing, Theron. The spirit is talking to you, but it also is affecting your personality. Like you actually do feel like, oh yeah, I don't know, this is actually making me kind of nervous. Like it is starting to imprint on your own personality about how tactically you want to handle the situation. And it feels very natural to you. It's like, yeah, this is, it's a little risky here.
Yeah, you guys can go ahead if you want, but I don't know about this. It seems a little foolish to me.
Oh, how are we gonna get this little demon creature out of here?
Our tank doesn't want to take anymore, guys. I don't know what we're gonna do.
I don't know, you 3 thieves. What are you gonna do?
You 3 thieves.
All right.
Here, I missed the last 5 minutes. George can come up with a great plan. Last 5 minutes.
Well, Theron, it's most sensible for us to stealth down there, right? To be safe.
Appeal to his sensibilities.
Yeah. If you want to stay in the back, preserve your, koala's cowardice. That's fine.
I believe it's sensibility.
Sensibility, sure.
I have a plan.
Go for it.
We'll take the plate of the eyes and bring it down there and unleash whatever happens on first.
Oh, God.
Just carry that plate along with us everywhere we go. We've all got the masks on.
The only flaw in the plan is that we don't know what will actually happen.
No doubt.
It could just be a dud and fizzle out, and
Yeah.
now they're aware that we're there. But what are the chances that
What are the chances?
I know. What are the chances that some higher being would set this whole thing up and the mask for nothing to happen? Obviously.
How big is that mirror that was in that room? The eye wall, anyway.
The bronze disc that had the eyes.
Mm-hmm.
It looked about person sized and looked incredibly heavy.
What has been lifting incredibly heavy things this whole session? But there's of course.
Woo!
Wow.
Okay.
Somebody
Reb's
gunned
minute
it.
in response.
Yeah.
Oh, but Baron is too cowardly now to help me out.
Yeah, Wolaka's like, please, no, not back in there, not back in there. It's like a genie bottle for him.
Does it look like we could, if we wanted to, unhook the bronze disc? Is it hanging off something?
It is stuck between these two bare statues. They're like holding it.
Mm.
So you feel like you would have to like try to destroy them somehow. But otherwise, it looks like that disc is firmly being held.
All right. Well, I take back what I said then. Kalesa is just trapped down there, so we'll just let it be, I guess.
I mean, you could try to dislodge it if you want, but it would take. You would have to literally just damage those statues, and then the disc itself is incredibly large and heavy looking.
Break the statues, and the plate's just going to fall flat on the ground. We're just not going to be able to move it.
Yeah.
This giant metal plate just laying on the ground.
One of the tomb dwarves is making a motorcycle. That's exactly
right.
what that sounds.
The other plan I had was to try to flood this area, but I haven't quite figured out how to work that out yet.
Mm.
I don't know what is Gillian's water spell. If she can just flood the whole room of the dwarves and wait for them to drown.
Well, I already used my water spell because Reese told me to get rid of the gas, because it's the same one that does. Oh, I do also have Tidal Wave that I can cast from my bag type. How is flooding going to help this situation, though? I don't understand.
Good question.
Happy to cast it, but
we're trying to drown the dwarves.
We're drowning dwarves.
Mm-hmm.
The persuasion on making her cast spells helps if you're able to her character sheet.
Take her character sheet.
It's where her power lies.
That's right.
I mean, I think at this point, I'm still in favor of just sneaking down there and taking a couple of them out before the battle starts in earnest.
Yeah.
Wait, so there's dwarves. I'm still not understanding the whole situation. Where are the dwarves? I can't see anything. There's dwarves where?
Down
So
there
when we go down the stairs, there's a room and there's 5 dwarves in there that are kind of like working. So my thought right now is I'm just going to try to sneak up on one and coup de grace, or hopefully do a bunch of damage to it. And then we'll take out the other 4.
George takes a step back. He's like, wait a minute. Why are we killing these dwarves?
Whoa. George?
That's an unchanging heart.
His fourth option is to finally have the moral argument. He's finally found religion.
After all else failed.
I mean, what if these are just Cody's in dwarf form?
Just a bunch of little boys.
They're just a bunch of little boys.
In terrible armor.
Like,
I mean, it looked like, from what Celeste could see, what I can gather, it looks like they're making traps down there. So there may not be an immediate threat, but they may be dangerous to us later on down the road.
so Celeste painted this picture that they look evil, like that picture.
Like the picture of the dwarves? Yeah.
But
What
this
are you
is her-
saying,
this
George?
is her interpretation.
You're saying this picture is Celeste's description?
Yes, this is Celeste's.
We're gonna
She's
get,
the-
we're
she's
gonna
the
get the others.
courtroom
They're
artist.
just short children.
Of this room. Just like putting things together.
What if George goes down there and
He sees rainbows and unicorns.
right, like, what if George goes down there and Damn it. This is what he sees. I mean,
Troll.
You could perceive
Yeah.
whatever you need to perceive to get through the day, George. You can go down there with a stealth check if you want, but Kless might stop you.
Oh no, Celeste won't help it.
George, you're the only reason I went down there again in the first place. So if you don't want to go down there anymore, I'm happy to keep exploring this level.
yeah, let's just keep going. We're taking too much thought on this level.
This is a lot of prep.
Well, let's
Walks away.
keep these guys in mind. We may have to come back for them later.
Let's stick a pin in it.
Mm-hmm. Put a little marker on the
Put a
map.
little thumb. Are you gonna leave this? Hang on, quit moving. Are you gonna leave this? Stop it. Are you gonna leave this door open, or are you gonna close it back up? And
The
Celeste,
secret
did you
door?
still want to go down there and do something, or do you want to go back up?
If Celeste doesn't see anyone follow her, she's not a dumbass. I mean, she's stupid, but she's not a dumbass and gonna go down there just to die by 5 doors. So she'll just put her knives away.
Look, everybody's behind me, right? And she's trying to
Man.
sneak.
Hey, normally I would have had your back, but I have a koala spirit inside of me.
Yeah. All right, sorry. Were you gonna leave this open or close the secret door?
Now we can shut up as we go through.
Yeah, probably
Okay.
closed.
I'll leave like a thing here so you can kind of remember that it's here. Like it's a little bit.
Oh, right.
I just shoved you in it, didn't I? Come back, man.
Plus, will just whisper to Theron, "This is why they all Mirage won."
All right, George. As you step into this room, let me return a bunch of pages. Stupid open floor dungeon design. Floor plan. A rusting statue of a knight stands at the west end of this hall, gripping a large iron shield. George, as soon as you step in here, I need you to give me a strength athletics check as you feel a force pulling you towards this statue.
Sorry, I missed that. What was the statue of?
A knight gripping a large iron shield with flakes of rusted metal at the statue's feet. George, you feel that pull, but you are able to stand your ground. You feel all the metal weapons and items on you, like pulling towards this statue, but you are able to just kind of plant your feet and stand your ground.
This feels like a giant magnet, guys.
Uh-oh. Is it this thing on over here to the north?
No, over here.
No,
Oh,
George. Yeah,
okay,
George
I
can
can see it.
indicate there's a statue to the north, west. And then George, you can see beyond that to the north is a room with that looks like it's got a large fountain to the north, and then a hallway continues to the east out of this room.
Anybody have any ropes or metal spikes? Something I can.
I've got both. I've got pittons and rope.
Lennox just opens his robes, and you see all the
Mm-hmm.
what you
got
need.
You can hammer some pittons in the wall and tie ropes to it. And
The pittons would limit our mobility, but I can't think of
They
a way
would.
to counter this magnet.
yeah, I don't know if I have anything.
I don't know how many times a DM will make me save for this. But anyway, I'm good for now. So
Yeah, as long as you're not exiting and trying to walk back towards it, I say that you're currently like able to withstand its pull.
just as long as I go parallel or
Yeah.
horizontal to it, I
Yeah,
guess.
I would agree with
You know
that.
what I do have? I have a 25-foot ladder that we could just lay across this hallway, up and down wise, and that you can just use as like a barrier between us and the magnet.
A wooden ladder?
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, I assume it just is 25-foot ladder.
Don't know where you stored it, but
Oh no, it says wooden ladder. Yeah, it's in one of these vest pockets. I just gotta find it.
Yeah, so he's got that magic vest that he got for helping artists.
And the way this works is like I pick one of these items and it's no longer in the vest anymore. Right?
Right.
Like,
Yeah, it's a
gets
whole bunch
used
of
up.
just finite items. Yeah, and things and effects. Yep. Some of them had like multiples, I think, of them.
Yeah. Not the ladder though.
That's a really clever idea. George, was it you that actually came up with that to do, or no, it was Mannix with the ladder?
yeah, Mannix.
Mannix would do, yeah.
All right. If you don't already have inspiration, you have inspiration for that. 'Cause I think that's really fucking
thank
smart.
you.
Put a ladder across the hallway facing that side.
I can pull us all at once.
Yeah.
Oh, since George countered it, you hand him the ladder and he puts it down.
It's like a Mary Poppins thing.
Yeah.
Mannix reaches into like his armpit, one of the vest pockets, like near the armpit. He starts pulling something out, and there's just a ladder that just keeps coming.
Yep, George, you can place that ladder going across that west side and firmly get it into both sides of the hallway. It
Is it
feels...
going to be uncomfortable for everybody still?
Mhm.
Don't let any loose jewelry, any loose rings.
Please keep all your stored.
Yeah. Keep your necklaces and your rings.
Now I just have this stupid coil inside of me.
If anybody's got any pacemakers, do not cross this hallway.
As he stares at Orak.
Yeah.
Well, George is pretty blind. He can't see to the right. So
Wow.
he can barely make out.
All I see
Yeah.
is more hallway.
You can just tell it extends into a hallway, and then the north just seems to be a small circular room with a large fountain in the middle. You guys can cross. You probably feel like you should do it one at a time, and I will give you advantage on the athletics check since you have a barrier between you. But
Okay.
I'm assuming all of you have at least one magic item on you. It's somewhere. Or not magic, metal item. Or armor or whatever it is that you've got, metal weapons.
Could I, by chance, try to do like cartwheels across the ladder? Acrobatics instead.
You feel like it would straight up be your strength holding on against this thing.
Well, fuck. At least we get advantage, right?
I'm not. What did I roll? Oh no!
Mannix, now, before you say anything, I will say that you feel like you just barely are actually able to make to withstand
Some
it.
gold coins go flying out of my pocket.
Yeah, basically, like some loose
Oh, no!
change spills out, and you kind of scamper across there as quickly as you can because you definitely feel it pulling. You certainly needed that advantage.
Oh man!
So is this? You said this is just for having metal objects on?
Any kind of metal object seems to pull. Yeah.
So other than coins, I don't have anything on me. That's
Mr. Druid, I don't like metal.
I'll take all your money then.
for safekeeping.
I'll take all your money then.
You do feel like anything that is in a like backpack, like if it's got like leather between it and the shield, and that wouldn't cause that same effect. But just any kind of like weapons you've got strapped or armor or any of that kind of stuff would cause it. So yeah, Theron, if you honestly don't have any metal items equipped, then I don't think you would have to make that strength check.
Theron doesn't have any nipple piercings or anything.
We discovered.
I have a sick tat though.
Oh my god, you guys! I'm so excited for future athletics checks that you have to make because holy crap, you need every bit of this advantage. Look at this.
Oh Lord!
And yet, as we discovered with Mannix, 10 is good enough to cross the ladder. Thank goodness for that ladder.
Well, yeah.
That is hilarious.
I think I should have still been able to do like cartwheels and stuff like that.
Just run real quick.
Oh shit! Thank you, chat. Theron's skeleton is fucking metal. He's goddamn Wolverine.
He's over at the airport. It's all metal.
It's all metal.
No. I was was so close.
The chat has betrayed you.
Thank you, Corey. You're right.
Yes. Thank you.
Gillian or Theron, you all can cross or not, but otherwise the rest of your party has made it to the fountain. A large fountain crusted with moss rises in the middle of a circular room. 3 marble maidens stand in the fountain holding pitchers out of which water flows. Wow, Gillian, you are definitely resistant.
Oh, you just rolled for me. Okay, cool. I was gonna give myself a bardic inspiration, but it's cool. Didn't need it.
I don't know your character sheet.
Didn't need it.
I didn't even need it.
Nope.
And Theron, of course, you feel very nervous going across this thing. And when you see this fountain, you want nothing to do with this fountain. And Obolok is telling you, don't drink from that fountain! Don't drink from the fountain!
Okay, I won't now.
Yeah, none of us thought we were going to drink from the fountain.
How do you phrase? How do
Can
you
I
say that?
Can I put my fun cup in there?
You can, yeah. What are you saying, Raymond?
Oh, how does Theron say out loud? He's what is your wording?
I don't say this out loud though. I'm talking to them inside my head.
Oh, okay.
I guess it'll be easier for you guys if I talk out loud.
Might help to verbalize a little bit.
Yeah. So, what would happen if we drank from this fountain?
I don't want to find out.
Why?
This looks scary. Everything in this dungeon is bad, bad, bad.
Oh, so he's saying the fountain is scary, I guess, and we shouldn't drink from it. So I don't know.
Here's that. Digs in her backpack and pulls out her new fun mug. It's currently in a sad face.
Yep.
She sticks it in the water.
What do you think that face looks like? Is it like a demon face or is it like a smiley face? What do you think?
I picture it kind of like the masks that you see on theaters, on sides of theaters, like the sad mask and then the happy mask, the little creepy little masky face.
I like that, yeah.
So yeah, she sticks it in the water.
Okay. It appears
and then
to just
pulls it back.
Yeah. You're careful not to touch the water, but otherwise it actually just appears to look, smell, has the viscosity of water, and then your little face, of course, smiles when it's full. Mannix, your detect magic. You detect an aura of transmutation magic around the fountain.
Ooh.
Drink.
Orvix.
George.
Oh yeah, Oryx is here with you guys. I haven't have to be moving his token, am I?
I'll relay this information to the group. Whatever this water does, it's going to turn you into something.
Hang on, Orvix. Have you guys healed? You guys haven't healed Orvix at all. He still looks really bad, and he's about to roll a strength check to cross over here. As you guys called it.
Orvix doesn't have anything. He shouldn't really have anything that stops him from going across. Anything he had on his person, Colette took from him a long
that's true.
time
Okay,
ago.
you're right. You've de-equipped him of any kind of metal. Okay, so he climbs across.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
He might have a metal filling in his mouth.
He climbs across and realizes nothing's pulling him, and so he kind of just sheepishly lets go and walks the rest of the way across the hallway.
So, I have Dispel Magic. So I think that somebody here should drink this water. And then if it's awful, then I can just use Dispel Magic to undo it.
Orvix, come here.
Oh, I don't like where this is going.
It's healing water.
I'm not so certain of that. Roll a deception check, Colette.
Yay!
Oh no! Healing water, you say?
Num, 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 num.
It's gonna heal something.
I do really need some healing.
Yeah, it'll definitely heal something. Say ah. and she'll just grab him by the jaw and force the jaw open.
Oh my god!
Pours it in.
This is gonna get real bad real fast.
You pour the water down his throat. Your tankard goes from happy to sad, and
I like shut his mouth and do the swallow the pill.
holy crap! Okay, Corey, welcome to the Patreon. Thank you.
Hi,
He
Corey.
he swallows that and just starts. He starts coughing a little bit, convulsed, and then all of a sudden he kind of just straightens up and says, "Oh, that actually felt wonderful. I do feel better, thank you." And he looks like he has healed somewhat, much to all of your shock.
Really?
The cup was happy. Mhm.
Alex doesn't trust this fountain at all. Still.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go push forward and drink some water from the fountain too. Then.
All
George
right.
says, while she's
Have a cup.
drinking the water, George tells Mannix to take a closer look at Auric.
All right. Yeah. While she's guzzling water over there, I will.
It's drinking time. Just guzzling
She
the
just puts
water.
her whole face in it.
That is not how Gillian drinks. I don't think so.
Probably not. I will go over and flip my glasses down and like do a full inspection on.
I meant with
Orbex.
your detect magic also.
Oh, with also detect magic. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the magic from the pool is still radiating. It's magic, but otherwise,
Okay.
he's not radiating any magic himself. I guess you could roll like a medicine check on him to check him over.
Okay. Sure.
Gillian, as you drink the water, you immediately feel something very strange come over your body, and it is not healing. And you go to say something, and you realize that you cannot speak.
Finally.
To the couch with you, sir! To the couch with you!
Oh my god, there should be a rule that all couples have to play D&D together.
No, I
Yeah.
don't want that rule. That doesn't count for the DM. I can't do that.
Well, this does not seem fair at all, is what I'm thinking, because I
Mhm.
can't actually say anything
That's
out loud.
right. That is exactly. Yeah, you see
Okay.
Gillian's mouth make those words,
I'm
and no sound comes
like,
out.
Trying to wave at people to get their attention, and I don't know, making a choking sign or something.
Mm-hmm.
Close will just pat you on the back.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask the koala. So, what do you think just happened?
I told you it was bad. Don't drink. Don't drink.
I didn't.
Don't.
George is watching Mannix and Auric, so if Mannix gives it okay, George is going to take a drink.
All right.
Hold on. This
Mannix,
experiment is.
your medicine check. You really can't tell. You're not sure what's going on.
Yeah.
I mean, he does look like he's better, at least temporarily. But I mean, it looks better than he was before.
Is he able to
Orvex.
speak?
Yeah. Say something for me, man.
He did
Something,
already,
man.
All right.
George
That'll
will
do it.
George will take a drink.
George. George, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please, as the water immediately just boils in your mouth and feels just like straight acid.
We should stop drinking this, huh?
Koala was right all along.
Cool was right all along. George, you are able to save, and you take half of this damage.
Oh no!
What the hell?
As you are able to vomit out most of the horrible liquid from your mouth. It burns your insides, so you take 26 necrotic damage.
All right. So
George is
with my
pissed.
detect-
George is
Step right up,
now.
Mannix. It's waiting for you.
I'll get another cup full and hand it to Manny.
Hold on. Now it's a fucking college drinking game now. Bottoms.
You guys realize that what George just did would have straight up murdered Mannix, right? Like,
Only if you failed the
that
save.
liquid would have gone down his throat and come out his stomach, and that would have just been the end.
George is pissed at Auric for lying and pushes him down.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't
I'll
know.
I'll hand Manic another cup. Manic's the cup. Go. It healed Orvix. You can drink it too.
From my perspective, the detect magic show the same kind of magic on like all the 3 waters that have been drunk so
Yeah,
far.
the water appears to be the same, but it just seems to have different effects when people drink it, is what you're realizing. And you're not quite sure if there's any rhyme or reason for it.
All right, Auric, to gain my good favor, you're drinking more of this water.
It's like, and now everybody's like, I don't know about that.
No, he's hiding behind me, trying to keep away from the turtle.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, George is pissed that his mouth is like burning. And
Yeah, you feel pretty messed up from that.
I'll hold the cup out to George and be like, "You want the healing water?"
Yeah, he scoops it up and
George!
Oh no, she's not giving up her cup. She'll be like, "Open up, big guy." That's her magic cup.
Go to Auric.
To George. George not getting her cup. She's got her smiley face cup going again.
He's gonna be very juvenile and just start splashing water on Auric.
He like tucks back behind class. Please, I'm not sure what's going on with the fountain.
What is the statue? The Fountain statue? Fountain
What was that?
statue.
And he hasn't drank from the fountain yet.
Chris, how many of those drinks have you had today?
More than this.
Working from home is
That's right. What else are you supposed to do? It's a quarantini.
That's right. What is the statue of?
What statue?
The one that's got the fountain. That's pouring the water out.
There are 3 marble maidens standing in the fountain holding pitchers out of which water flows.
And they all look the same?
Yep.
Guys, this is just a crapshoot. A dice is getting rolled and things are happening to us. That's all I can determine.
Step
So
right
no,
up
I don't
to
want to drink the water.
Oh, look at it's healing water. Look what it did for him.
So far, I've got a 30% chance it's going to do something terrible to or 60%.
Can Mannix beat my deception check?
Mannix is watching what's happening.
Yeah, you
go. I'll make you a deal, class. You drink next.
Oh my god,
And
this
if
is
something-
an amazing encounter. It turned it into a total college drinking game.
And if something positive happens to you, class, then Mannix will drink. Then he's got
Oh
a
my
50-50
God.
shot, and then he will take a drink. So does the odds.
horribly unlucky that the first effect was healing.
Yeah, exactly.
This is really bad luck for us.
Everything is bad except for the first one.
So Celeste will hold the cup up to her lips, but her lips are not going to part to actually take any of the water in, but it's going to look like she takes a drink and she holds it back out again.
All right, give me a sleight of hand check. And it's going to be against Mannix's passive perception or perception because you're staring at her. And Mannix is pretty goddamn perceptive.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was a good roll.
My passive perception is at 20.
Mannix, as
I mean,
far
you
as
could
you
roll
know,
Couldn't you roll actual perception too?
you could. Yeah, if you were staring at her, I would let you roll a straight up because you did like call her out on this.
All right.
But right now, just like without staring at her, you're pretty sure she just took a drink. All right.
All right.
You take a second glance though, and you see her like very deftly, and all of you are pretty sure she drank, except for Mannix staring at her.
I can detect magic. I can see like water mustaches on everybody that's got like magic on them.
Yeah.
You didn't drink, Alex. Drink your water.
I only have 2 hit dice left. All right. Fuck it. She'll take a drink.
All right. Take a drink.
They all died in that room.
A month later, Withers gets the report. Says the fountain? Really? The goddamn fountain? Celeste, give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
I feel the same thing as George.
Sure did. All right, you made the save, and I rolled way worse damage. You take 15 necrotic damage as the same thing happened to George. You just feel that water just turn to like acid in your mouth, and you immediately vomit it back out, but you still feel your mouth burning out of it.
Can we leave now? Yes.
Oh no, she drank now.
I drank it. Now you got to take a drink.
That wasn't the deal. The deal was if something positive happens to you, I would drink.
George, sit on him. He's got to drink something.
You're gonna kill me. Max runs away. This room's done.
A really important question.
Yes.
So I guess I'm silenced or whatever. Can I still play my bagpipes? I can't talk.
Does air still come out of her mouth?
It just says
presumably I'm breathing.
Presumably you're still you can still breathe. That's a good point. You can still play your bagpipes. You cannot sing, but you can play your bagpipes.
That was an attack from the water fountain.
This was not an attack from the water fountain. You made this choice yourself.
You chose this.
You chose this. But Gillian, you feel like you cannot speak and you're not sure how long. I will say that it appears to be it's a condition that you could cure with the right kind of magic, if that makes sense.
Well, I can't cast anything.
You cannot. That is a good point. You'll have to hit your husband there.
More of this cure wound.
Take his character sheet. I know how this
Whatever
works.
you have.
It's his power.
What do you need?
George, sit on Mannix. We gotta get him to drink.
Mannix is running away. Mannix is gone.
He's gonna have nightmares about fountains and water now. Just peer pressure.
Now, as Mannix runs out, he does have to save against the magnet.
Do I have to do the thing again?
Yes, Theron. You feel like actually, you know what, Theron? Give me a either Arcana or Medicine check on Gillian.
Darren, he's talking to you.
Sorry. Okay. You feel like, since you know these spells too, you feel like a casting of Lesser Restoration would probably cure her affliction. She has.
Get a lot of use out of that spell.
I mean, tell them not to drink out of fountains in the middle of Deadly Dungeons. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you.
He did. He actually did.
The koala did.
He did. That's true.
Yeah.
He tried to warn him. You guys were doing gangbusters up until the fountain too. It's just absolutely amazing.
You know what it is? All the mechanical stuff we rock, and then get to the one psychological thing.
Yep.
Fall apart.
You drink first.
You drink. No, you drink. Let's all drink.
Let's all drink.
Just stay inside, everyone. What's the worst that could happen?
Exactly.
Orvik still looks pretty good too, but it doesn't look like he wants to drink anymore. With another athletics check with advantage, you can make it across the magnet statue. There is a hallway that continues up through the north, but I would probably make you roll one more check once you leave the ladder at some point, and it wouldn't be with advantage because you don't have the ladder anymore. But once you enter this hallway, I assume you can tell it's a hallway there.
Do we want to go that way? I could always. What I could do is I've also got climbing pittance still, so I could just put climbing pittance in the ground and just sort of like climb our way out of here because Mannix does not trust his strength to get.
That's true. I would give you another advantage too. I mean, look at these checks. You guys need this advantage.
Are your climbing pittance made of metal?
Good point.
Yes, but I would hammer them into the ground.
Is your hammer made of metal?
Yes. Everything's made of metal.
Damn it! Everything's made of metal.
Come here, Mannix.
Mannix. Yeah, I'll start doing that. I'll start trying to make my way down this hallway. And attach pittance. Maybe just along the sides of the wall. Maybe not. I don't have to do it on the ground.
Okay.
George just walks next to Mannix as Mannix is doing all this stuff.
Yep. He's like, and George just walks by.
George, give me one non-advantage athletics check as you're walking. As you leave the ladder and start walking down the hallway away from the statue down the hall. Yep, you see George just walking along. I mean, and with a 24, honestly, he's just like whistling by. He's like no exertion whatsoever. And Max is like, every
bit of his strength.
Yep. Max, go ahead and give me a strength check right here to make sure you don't lose your hammer.
A regular one?
Regular strength check.
Okay. Oh my god!
That hammer goes flying out of your hands, and I want
to quickly grab it.
Yeah, I like that. Use your reaction to try to grab that hammer out. Give me a dexterity check. George, you stumble a bit. It's a little harder than you think with the magnet still operating. That hammer goes flying backwards. Kaless and Gillian, I need you all to give me dexterity acrobatics checks to dodge out of the way.
Jesus Christ!
What the fuck?
Oh, whoops! I did that with advantage though, so it was actually a 12.
Still, you have a +10. Holy balls!
Yeah.
Okay.
You two are.
Yeah, that hammer goes sailing past both of you and crashes into the statue. And as soon as it hits that shield on the statue, it explodes into shards of metal flakes, or at least the metal part does, and falls to, and the little wooden handle falls to the ground.
Oh yikes! Nobody touched that statue. So I've lost my hammer. Is that the situation?
That's exactly what I described.
Not great.
You did put a number of pittons in the side, though.
Okay, so I've got enough pittons to actually get out of this hallway, though.
Yeah, you do feel like you've got enough.
Okay.
Give me one advantage strength check with the pushing off from the pittons and getting into the hallway, basically.
All right. Okay.
Yep, you're able to push off and get to the hallway.
That was probably the last of my pittons too. I had
So the rest of you, if you want to follow Mannix's pittons, you can still get that advantage athletics check. You can kind of climb along the pittons in the walls to make it up to that eastern hallway.
Oh, I have 10 left. We've got pittons for days.
Ugh. All right, fine.
Kaless, you're able to very carefully walk across. Once again, you need that advantage. Just kind of, you're kind of still walking, but you're just grabbing them as firm handholds in the walls, basically. God, same with Gillian. This advantage is the key.
Yeah, athletics is a
huge problem for this party. I can see that. Yeah, you all can climb your way into this hallway.
We all yelled back, "Come on, Koala Man!"
I don't know about this.
We're getting away from the scary statue.
That was me.
There you go.
Wow, yeah.
Let's see. Orbex with advantage. All right, Orvex, same thing, pulls himself along into the hallway, and you guys enter what looks like a fairly mundane hallway that looks like it twists down towards your south.
How long have we been walking around at this point?
It's probably been, an hour. Probably needed to recast Detect Magic at some point.
About to say, like, not only could I think a few of us use are getting a little low, but I also need to sit down for 10 minutes and recast Detect Magic. Probably. You guys want to take a break in this hallway? It seems like a fairly safe hallway.
You have no idea what's literally around the corner, but sure, you could do that.
Okay, fine. I'll peek around the corner. Carefully. Oh, it's back the way we came.
Yeah, you actually see the staircase that you originally saw back where you entered. You saw it from this part looking east, and now you're seeing it from that north hallway.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys feel like you could kind of hunker down in this hallway for a short rest if you feel the need.
I mean, if you guys don't want to, it's fine. But I'm looking at health bars. George, especially. How you doing, George? You don't look so hot.
George never
I'm
complains.
fine.
See?
He took a mouthful of acid. All right. Well, if you guys, everybody's fine, we can just sit here for 10 minutes, chat while I recast Detect Magic. How's everybody doing?
I would be cool with short resting.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's no reason not to, I suppose.
I'd like
Let's
to
do
use
it.
my second win before I short rest. And then
Oh yeah, because you get it back.
Right.
Did you end up casting Lesser Restoration on Gillian?
Yes.
Okay.
She can talk again.
I guess I'll roll my last 2 hit die.
Oh man.
is Gillian going to use her song of rest?
Yes, of course. So now you guys, if you're rolling hit die, you get an extra 1d8.
Yay.
I'll let Orvix
An even better song.
naturally heal a little bit too.
He gets the song of rest, right?
I think so,
He
yeah.
hears.
13 on a hit die. Holy crap. Maximum Song of Rest. Kless really liked that song. Wow, so did George. Jesus, Gillian.
This is okay, and this is Gillian rolling. I'm clicking
Okay.
Theron's sheet.
Ah,
Hold on, is it the same? Did I mess everything up? Does it matter which one I clicked?
I don't know. I hit die.
Or is that
I
the
think.
full?
You have to actually take the
Okay.
hit dice away, so it's not going to just take them all.
Oh, yeah.
But are they all like the
They're
same?
the same.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I rolled just at that
Or
15.
wait, what's your
I don't know.
constitution?
I've 2. I think,
hers
of my
plus, yeah, it
constitution.
looks like it's right. 1d8 plus 2.
Yep.
So okay.
Yeah.
So
But then you also get to roll that
15.
extra 1d8 for your
Roll a 1d8 for me.
Song of Rest, which has so far been your best song yet, I think. Uh-oh.
Everyone but her.
Everybody but her.
Critical of my own performance.
Yeah.
you're very hard on yourself, honestly.
Yeah. We all loved it, but
Yeah.
Killian.
Maddox is wiping tears from his eyes. Just
Mhm.
I get to
So
roll
It
one
was
too, right?
beautiful.
Or do you have to roll a hit dice?
Huh? What?
To use the Song of Rest, do you have to roll
You have to roll a
dice?
hit dice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not worth
no. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, you do. It's if you're rolling a hit dice, then you can get that on top of it.
All right. With a refreshed Detect Magic.
Yeah, nothing seems to happen in that little hour. It's just all very quiet up here, this hallway.
Let's make our way down here.
Yep. You see that giant grand staircase that encircles this floor, and you can see that it is open through what looks like 4 floors to the bottom. And there are 2 other floors beneath this one that have similar winding staircases with rooms going off and balconies. And then the bottom 4th floor has these giant gargoyle statues and then a square pit in the middle that kind of descends into darkness. So the stairs right here next to you lead down to the 2nd level winding balcony. And then from this point of view, you can see, obviously there's the what you correctly surmised, this first path here to the west, which leads back to the entrance in that green devil face with the shadowy thing inside. You see you see light coming from this eastern archway hallway. And then you see what looks like another hallway extending to the north all the way wrapped around this balcony. And it looks like that 2nd floor is 25 feet below this one. And then another floor 25 feet below that one. And then that bottom floor 25 feet below that one.
Wants to leap off the ledge.
Yeah.
All right. That light seems interesting across the pit.
Let's go towards it.
Let's go towards the light. Looks like there's also another face statue over there, maybe.
Yeah, so hang 10 right here. On the other side, you see first you see a small skeleton that you didn't really see before because it's a little smaller than usual. And it has an oddly shaped, elongated head. Very, very strange looking. Like it's got a certain shape to it and extends out like a weird, like cone head. It sees your, light and sounds you all are making from this, and kind of stutters, gives off like a yelping sound, and runs headlong into this, which, as you mentioned, looks like another giant face, but this one just looks like instead of a green devil face, looks like a big stone skull, and it has that giant mouth open wide, and it's got 2 eyes lit up like flames, so flaming eye sockets. And when this skeleton runs through the mouth's through the skull's mouth, one of the flaming eyes flicker off.
Okay. Nothing else happens?
Nothing else happens.
All right. Some sort of pygmy skeleton runs into the skull face and turns one of its eyes off.
Yep.
Got it.
Yep.
I don't know if that's good or bad. What's that?
Toss a koala.
That's right.
Koala's terrified. Just always terrified. It doesn't seem to
might be the Doom Child.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. We still got those 2 last lines that we come across yet. All right. Slowly make our way across the...
Yeah, and you can see there's that shafts of sunlight coming out from up here, and there's some vegetation growing. And then you can see another hallway extending to the... I think I might have already mentioned that. Extending to the north here, a darkened hallway.
Yeah.
Mannix, as you get to the eastern part of this staircase, you glimpse just out of your... It's funny how Gillian just lights everything up with her giant lit bagpipes. You guys are stealthing around, and she's just coming in like a disco ball. Yeah, you see one of those things that Celeste described. I guess you kind of saw it too from a distance. Those weird, creepy dwarves with a big devil face mask. You see it on the level below you on the opposite side, and it looks up and sees you, and you both lock eyes, and then it turns very slowly, and you can't see anything, but it appears to disappear from view. And as you crane your neck around, you can't see it at all after that.
Oh, great. Well, when we go down, we're not going down this... That dwarf knows we're coming. So when we do go down to level 2, let's definitely go down the way they don't know that we know about.
Don't do what Johnny Tomb Dwarf doesn't.
Guarantee there's traps down there. All right, can I just peek around this corner without actually stepping out here?
Yeah.
Okay. I see the same thing. Just skull face, one lit eye.
Yep, you see a skull face. It's the mouth looks big enough to kind of go inside. You might have to like bend down. And then it's got the two eye sockets. Right now, only one of them is has a flaming like fire lit up. How far does your detect magic work again?
Good question. 30 feet.
Okay, you detect an aura of transmutation magic around the skull. Fun fact, everything here is magical.
Yep. Just going off like crazy. It could be that this is the last line of the poem. The keys turn on the inside only. Maybe there's keys inside that skull.
Crack open and find out.
I'm not going in there.
I can't.
George, you got the true sight. What do you see inside that skull?
Yeah, what do I see?
Yeah, your true sight works out to 30 feet. You just see the skull right now. Beyond, yeah, as you get closer, you do see that there appears to be a room beyond the skull.
Oh.
Is it like a platforms and 9 3/4 sort of thing where I just walk through?
Is it a what? Sorry.
That's all right.
He didn't get your reference. It's okay.
I didn't.
did.
I'm sorry. Oh, no.
Can I just walk through the wall?
You can step through the skull's mouth if you wish. That what you see. That's what you see. The room beyond the skull's mouth is kind of forming a tunnel, basically.
Mannix will call out to him before he does that. Transmutation magic, man. I don't know what it's gonna do, but it's gonna do something.
Oh. Do you think I could fit through this hole? Like, does it look like this hole's big enough for me to actually fit through?
The skull's mouth? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can go through. I mean, I could like duck your head and stuff, but it's, yeah, you can go through it.
Where's Orak?
Let's push him
Oh
through
no,
first.
you don't get to torture my torturee. My torture.
Getting his token.
Orak, if you want to repay me for me burning my mouth.
I never told you to drink from this fountain.
Fault now.
George ignores him. You're going to walk through this mouth.
I'm not sure about that. He looks at you, Kales.
Yes. Yeah, we'll let the turtle go first.
I do have one other option. One other creature that I hate that we could force to endure tests. Mannix will pull out one of the from the vest, one of the figurine of the frog, and he'll throw it out in front of the opening.
Okay. Giant frog pops
Frog,
out.
you're
Looks at you
a
balefully.
test subject now. Hop through that mouth.
It gives a long, drawn-out sigh that lasts an eon, and it hops through the skull's mouth. And as soon as it does that, you see the other light blink off, and nothing else happens.
Oh wait, was that like? Can no one else go through? Oh shit! My frog.
The DM found a way to rescue the frog.
Right, what does George see now? Can he still see that room?
Yeah, you see the frog has just jumped through the other side. It's kind of, you can kind of look down and see, and mainly what you see is you see shafts of light, you see some vegetation growing. You definitely see what looks like another one of those big stone sarcophagus in the middle of the room.
Well,
That's kind of all you can see from here. But otherwise, you see the frog on the other side, perfectly unharmed.
all right. It's not going to work well, but George is going to step through as well.
All right, George, as you step through, the jaws clamp shut.
Oh no.
Bye, George.
However, you nimbly rush through, and those jaws are a little slow on the uptake, and they are unable to catch you. So you are able to slip through, and as it does so, both the eye sockets light up again.
Oh, it's 2 and then a bite, and then 2 and then a bite.
Oh, I can actually put these back on the dynamic lighting layer.
Oh. How many of us do we have? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So one of us is getting bitten.
George, you see... Sorry, I'll describe what George sees as he jumps in here. Skulls crusted with dried mud glower from niches cut into the walls of this tomb. A stone sarcophagus stands at the center of the chamber, its lid adorned with a coiled serpent carved in relief. Beyond the sarcophagus, resting atop a marble pedestal, is an ornate crystal box with a small humanoid skull floating inside it. And George, in your mind, you hear the voice of a young girl say, "What's happening? Why can't I see? Who's there?" And I think that is where we're going to end our session for tonight. Guess who forgot to ran the MVP poll? Please vote for our MVPC for tonight's session. And George, you also see the frog is just kind of staring at you back, and you see a number of little tunnels just all over all of these walls. And you can see just beyond the tunnel, especially with your bandana of true sight, what look like hordes of spiders crawling throughout all these tunnels, surrounding this entire area. And in one of the little areas, you see the skeleton key. This little skeleton with the oddly shaped head, trying to like squeeze its way into the tunnels and basically backing away from you. And that is all the things you see in here. Please vote for our MVPC. Use vote and character name. And that will...
Frog. I hope you're hungry for these spiders.
That's right.
Frogs can eat spiders.
Frogs can eat spiders.
Have you ever fed your frog spiders?
I do not handle spiders. I kill them on sight. I feed the toad
Fair
moths, bugs, crane flies, crickets, caterpillars, like anything, but I am out on spiders. I don't want
any bugs that will attempt to try to eat my garden. They will be fed to the frog.
Yes.
And it'll happen with glee. Don't fuck with my garden, man.
That is for sure. All right. So that's all the time we have for this week's session of Tomb of Annihilation. We've still got about a minute left on the poll, so we'll be announcing those in a bit. Thank you to Chris, Heather, Rochelle, Raymond, and Reese for playing. Thank you to all the wonderful fans for watching. By the way, this is our first time we've had all 5 players since session 67, which was Valentine's Day. So thank you all for being here. That's very cool having everybody.
It only took a pandemic to get us all together.
That's right. The end of the world, and we're going to spend it together.
Whatever it takes.
Go to RogueWatson.com for recaps, patreon.com/RogueWatson if you'd like to support the channel. We're live streaming our D&D adventures every week, and we will see you next time. Still have 30
Wash
seconds
your
left
hands.
of the poll. Yes, please wash your hands.
Yeah. Don't go out if you can not go out.
Yeah,
Don't pour food or toilet paper.
Play D&D via Roll20
Yeah, play D&D.
online.
Stay inside and play D&D.
Yeah.
I'm not following any of these rules.
No.
No.
All right, 10 seconds. It's actually, is it a tie right now? I need to check the... If you've got any
6,
typos
5,
on there.
4,
Corey
3,
says
2,
also
1.
voted for George. Oh, Corey voted for George. Rob voted for Theron. Gillian.
Someone voted for Garog.
Garog! I think he did vote George in the end.
Well, that's invalid. Gotta throw that one out.
I think we might have a tie between. Well, let's see what it says. A tie between Gillian and George.
No. Sure
They
did.
both get it.
Yeah, do any of you not have inspiration? That would be the easy way to do it.
Gillian didn't.
I did not have inspiration.
Just give it to both.
Just give it
of
to
them.
We could each get a half an inspiration.
All right, you can both have inspiration,
Aspiration.
and we'll see y'all next time.
Later.